According to the latest data, Donald Trump is doing so poorly with the white, non-college educated voter base now that Republicans basically have no demographics supporting them, at least a majority of demographics supporting them, in the midterm elections. They don't have women. They don't have Black voters. They don't have Latino voters. They don't have young voters. They don't have old voters, which was the most reliable voting bloc for Republicans for decades. They don't have white college-educated men. And now they're losing their grasp on white non-college-educated men. Stephen Greenhouse is a journalist and author, and he wrote this. If any demographic group was key to Donald Trump's election victories in 2016 and 2024, it was white blue-collar voters. But in perhaps perilous news for Republicans, Trump's support from that group has plummeted, as many white working-class voters have grown upset about everything from increased inflation and gas prices to Trump's war against Iran. These glaring cracks in Trump's blue-collar base point to big trouble for Republicans in this November's midterm elections. Polls point to that mounting dissatisfaction. A new CBS poll revealed that 54% of white voters without a college degree disapprove of Trump's performance as president, and Trump had won 66% of that demographic less than 2 years ago. So he is now at a 54% disapproval, which is a drop of 12. Well, no, actually far more than 12 because he won it by 66%. But anyway, you get the idea. He went from plus 16 to negative 4. That's really bad. In a year and a half, that is awful. So he's got the cracks forming, but it gets even worse. 66% of Americans simply think that Trump wanted to end the war and did not get anything that he actually wanted from Iran. A majority of Republicans agree with that statement that he simply wanted a way out, even if he didn't get anything that he wanted. And 2/3 of everybody says that he just wanted it to be done. He got bored with it. Didn't accomplish anything. So all of these are cracks. Even with all of the insane gerrymandering that we have seen Republicans engaging in across the country, it may not be enough to even have much of an impact in this November's races. Now, I'm not saying it's not horrible, because it is, and it will have impacts in the future. But given the dissatisfaction with the Republican Party as a whole and with Donald Trump specifically, that we are seeing with the American public, underwater on every issue, every major issue, including the signature issue of immigration and crime, he's underwater. A majority of voters say, we don't like this. But all of that pales in comparison to the big one. Iran, Epstein, immigration, crime, abuse of power, all of that is important, but nothing is more important to the American voters right now, according to the polls, than their personal economic situations. Things are bad for them. They're getting worse for them. In fact, we heard this week from economists that they are now predicting at least 3 interest rate hikes from the Federal Reserve this year due to the fact that inflation is so out of control. Basically, they're having to do what the Biden administration did, which was raise interest rates to reduce borrowing so that spending got under control. If we do that, that does create immediate economic pain for the American public, but of course there is the long-term gain. But you got to go through the pain first. And the voters will be going through that pain during the midterm elections while they're at the poll voting. That's not going to work out well for the Republican Party, because we know that from history. It didn't work out well for the Biden administration in 2022. But they did it not because it was politically expedient, but because it's what the public needed. They were just too short-sighted to understand it. Well, this time around, the tables are turned. Republicans are doomed in November, and they absolutely deserve to be doomed. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.